Hello again, and welcome back to the Dev Plays the Crucible of Avarice. Today is an extra special bonus episode, retailing from after episode 52. Last episode, we saw the entirety of the party getting destroyed via the means of Simikael. Not before then the party got back up and realised that that was enough of that. Felix, Anarche, and Aldous sprang into action and completely demolished the angel in no time flat, not long after slaying him and announcing that no more blood should be shed as long as they understand that this was in retaliation of Felix's family being killed by said angel. This was not taken too nicely, however, after getting back to Jotunjail Island, as the other members of Eden and Matrata that were actually a part of the fighting team that were going to be taking place on the Jotunjail Fighting Festival were actually kidnapped and placed into the house known as Anarche's house by his brothers. Not long after, Anarche got fed up, took the blade that he had stolen from Simikael, and killed Humoriel, the cherubim of silliness, not long after doing so. He then pushed the rest of them out and basically announced his war with Matrata, stating that if any of the Omegans are left that wish to be a part of Matrata and wish to still basically hold on to their olden views, then they would suffer his wrath as well. The next day eventually arrived after some interesting situations between the lot of the team. We now come to the next day, where they were told by Stilton Maximilian that a new teammate would be replacing their old dead teammate, Fletcher. The new teammate is known as Ferdinand, also referred to as Gunhead, who is a partial weapon transformer who was immediately defeated by the opposite team's Blaze. She left the arena, but now it is down to Aldous and Anarche to pick up some slack. However, I will just say that the two of you were able to get some replacement clothes in between the difference of the time of last night to this current point in the day. So, we now open up, and what exactly are you two doing after you've seen this individual be pulled out and basically realise he has lost, and then immediately apologise?
Oh, well, that can go very well.
No. Maybe it's simply bad luck.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Or maybe he's just trash. I hope it's not that one.
I mean, so do I. Would Maximilian give us this as a joke?
Yes. Probably. You know what? Yeah, sure. That's probably best.
Indeed, I can test out these new abilities.
No, well, there you go. Even more reason to do so.
So, are you attempting to enter the arena then?
I mean, yes, but I will do two things first.
Okay.
Okay, I will activate Basilisk Hybrid mode.
Okay.
Okay. I have to get a 15, I think.
You basically need to succeed, yes.
Which happens.
Well done.
And I will try to get Advanced Light.
Okay.
Which also just needs to succeed. Which doesn't. Love it.
No. You look at your scaly form as your eyes widen and your skin becomes thicker. You begin to notice that your body is beginning to sort of warp slightly. Despite this, you are feeling a lot stronger, a lot more durable. You feel invigorated with this great power, and you are now ready as you begin walking through the barrier to go towards your opponent. As the individual who is your opponent sort of stands up, he's got his hands in his pockets, and he looks a little... the best way to put it is odd. He has red hair that looks incredibly messy. He looks quite tired, as he does have bags under his eyes. His clothes and dress sense are quite a bit sort of all over the place, as he's wearing what seem to be Crocs, but also he seems to be wearing like some sort of like fleece and also some kind of like cargo trousers. As he walks into the arena, he then sort of finally stumbles towards you, and he's sort of just looking, again, tired eyes looking right at you. It's then announced that these two that will be fighting against each other are Aldous and the Poisoneer from the Shadow Party. Afterwards, this individual who's looking at you, Aldous, then sort of again with his sort of hands in his pockets, then just go, I heard that you're a man of faith.
Indeed. I believe in Animite, for it gifts us all.
And yet, I also know that, based on the way that you look, your faith is not just the only thing that gives you good peace of mind. Your powers, you're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah. Animite gifted me these powers, and the powers to use other powers. In every moment of my existence, Animite has entrusted me with this.
You enjoy the invigorating powers that are surging within you thanks to your god, or your force of which that you believe your faith. But even more so, it's pure beauty that you are able to experiment with this many, that Animite has granted you this prowess, and also this capacity. It is a wondrous thing.
I mean, Aldous is smiling. I mean, probably he's smiling, but he probably has like two giant fangs coming out of his smiles.
Yeah.
So he probably looks less adorable than he probably would be, because he's just so happy finally someone's agreeing with him that yes.
It's like, you know when like someone has an overbite and they smile and their teeth just immediately come out over their the bottom lip. You do that, but with just two fangs, just pop out.
Imagine Beast Boy, but with two fangs instead of one.
Fair. As he then just goes, after all, the wonders of life give us the capacity for experimentation. And I think that's exactly what humans were put on this world to do. Experiment and learn and evolve. So I can't wait to see what my experiments do against yours. As then she then says, begin. I would like you to roll me move speed.
Okay, my move speed is of course 1d20 plus 2.
I was about to say something really
yeah, my that's why I really wanted to do flight, because flight gives me better move speed.
Just now have a look. Okay. Oh, I didn't write the modifier down. That's great. What's 25?
More than mine.
Plus 5.
Yeah, 25 is plus 5.
Yeah.
Only just. As pretty much the first thing that he does is immediately begins to like move his right leg sort of backwards and then immediately launch it towards you. I just now have to have a look at this. Okay. As he does so, how would you like to react?
So he's just running at me?
No, he's not running at you. He's about just about 2 meters in front of you. He sort of puts his right leg back and then immediately launches it towards you. Almost like a kick.
Okay.
I say almost.
Oh.
It pretty much is one.
Okay. You know what? I might do my old-fashioned spatial. Yeah, I might do mirror space on him.
Okay.
You know, first see what it does, then attack properly. 22.
Okay, yeah. So, as he does that, as he goes to, you put up a mirrored space, and you notice something flies very quickly towards you, and you then sort of put up the space, and then you just hear, as this weird, like, hollow noise made out of, like, nothing that you've heard before hits against it and then immediately flies back as it hits against this guy's chest and falls to the ground as he kicked his croc at you. A little jumpy, aren't we? Now, I want to point out, that was not an attack.
Oh. Oh, this is the attack.
Yes, and you cannot roll against this.
Oh well.
I caught you off guard with a feint.
Wait, it's about time someone did. It's about time someone used the feint.
Yeah, it's about time someone actually did some, I don't know, strategy.
What? This isn't strategy.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
No.
We don't have the brain capacity for that.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, well, okay. So that's actually... Okay. So what happens is, after he does that, he just goes, "You're a little jumpy, aren't we?" He then pulls out one of his hands from his pockets, and then basically he just sort of dashes his hand above his head, as you sort of notice like something's falling down towards you as it hits your body, and this strange liquid, as it touches you, you are dealt. Just have to have a look to make sure. Yep. 20 points of damage. As this strange liquid touches you and it burns your skin. There we go. So I was just writing this down. Okay. And obviously that does not break your vitality, but as it touches your skin, it does hurt quite a bit. It is now your turn.
Oh, forgot I was mute. Can I absorb empowerment that, or is that a reaction?
Well, you can on your own turn if you want to absorb what is left of it on you.
No, because I still haven't had enough time to look at it, so I don't really know what it does. No, I'll leave that for later.
It would allow you to absorb it, and then you just basically roll a certain amount. You roll a d10 to see how many points that go into your stockpile.
Yeah. Okay. Does that count as my attack action, or can I?
No, no. Unless if you're actually doing it on him, it doesn't count as an attack action.
Oh.
You're just like taking it off of you, aren't you?
Then yeah, I shall do that. I shall
Okay.
absorb it through the skin.
As you sort of like activate your abilities, you notice that like it doesn't go from the skin itself, but as you sort of place your hand over where it hurts, it begins to soothen up. As you begin realizing that the ability of this absorption power can only be through your hands. However, despite this, you are able to get rid of all of the poison from your body. You're no longer taking the damage. Roll me a d10.
3.
You now have a point of 3 out of 20. I think it's 24 or 26 in your stockpile.
26, I think.
Awesome.
26 it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you now have 26.
Okay.
You have one action left.
Okay. Okay. Can I? No, I'm just looking through the map because I have so many things now.
You have too many.
Indeed, I have too many things. You know, it's the difficulty when you have this much power, deciding what the hell to do.
Oh,
any
you're
of
so burdened by power. Oh my gosh, it's... You know what? Nobody knows how difficult your life is, Sam, when you've got this much power.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
I think Alex first started that joke.
What is my... Yes, screw it. I'm going to attempt to use. I'm going to use chemistry. I attempt to shoot him with lightning
Okay.
because lightning be cool,
Lightning do be cool.
and it works, but I don't know if it hits. Probably not.
Let us see.
No.
As you sort of go in for sort of like creating some lightning and sort of shooting at him, as you do that, you are immediately hit again by, this time like a large glob of this poison, yet again hitting you. This time it is a little bit more sort of like noticeable, a little bit more sizable. As it does hit you, you are dealt 22 points of damage this time.
Okay.
As he just sort of looks at you, covered in this sort of poison, he just sort of looks at you and goes, Now, you've got a lot of abilities, but I sense a lot of hesitation in you. It's quite interesting, really. Again, I'm nervous to fight you. Your powers of animatology or superpower manipulation or your belief of your powers or whatever you call it, that's interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't believe in your deity, but I do find your intrigue, your faith, and even your enjoyment that you wield from this power, that is pure humanity. As he again attempts to sort of dart his hand. Again, his right hand darts it again to try and throw some more poison onto you.
Can I roll to see if this is an actual attack?
Oh no, it's definitely, like, poison is coming from his hand. There is no way that this is...
Oh, okay. It's a liquid.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I will transmute it mid-air to go back and attack. If I get her, I'll see what happens first.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, I should put my hand up, and in the air, the poison that was meant to come to me instead erupts into flames and flies back at him.
Ooh, okay. Roll damage.
Which is 2d6.
Nice.
No, I mean 3. 3 damage. I mean, that is an amount.
That is some damage.
Yeah.
By the way, I feel it only necessary to say this now, but that is some damage, Sam. Just to let you know. That is also the end of this guy's turn as he gets hit by flames. A solid counterattack there by Aldous, immediately doing something that we've not seen him do before, which is turning water into fire?
Can I absorb the acid, the poison again?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Awesome.
That works, right?
Yeah, as long as you get 10 or above, you're all good.
So it's 9.
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, action.
Okay. Okay. Can I attempt to weave a spatial ring around him?
You can attempt to do so.
Essentially, just gonna make a big, like, essentially trap him in a wee cage made of spatial.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how do you so you sort of put him in, as you said, you put him in like a spatial sort of box or spatial cage, as you said.
I mean, like, have you ever seen, Star Wars, the third movie?
Is it the force field that they get placed in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
That's essentially what I mean.
War. Okay.
Yeah.
He just stands there looking like at this thing, sort of like trying to break out, like hitting against it with his one hand, just sort of like knocking against it. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty clever. That's pretty clever. Since it's now his turn, he sort of just looks at you, just like, not too sure. And he then just sort of like touches against the ground, just begins to like make some poison at the ground. Let's try and see if I can get this. It's not a high requirement, but it's definitely higher than an 18.
Can I react to it?
You can now react to this.
What is it?
So as he's sort of touching the ground, he goes, there we go. As then immediately the ground beneath him begins to crack, as the cracks begin to sort of go from under the ground beneath you as well, as then poison begins gushing up towards you. You can try to react against this.
Can my reaction be to make the ground that's underneath him like a metal?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, so no, close.
As it begins doing so, the poison begins spraying up at you and hitting you. But this time, something very weird happens. This time, as the poison touches you, you not only feel a horrible burning sensation, but you feel a very deep pain, as anywhere the poison is touching begins to feel like as if it's hurting you even further. As you begin looking at your clothes, they are now not only beginning to melt, but also they're beginning to wither. As you take 49 points of damage, your body begins to hurt in ways of which that you cannot normally feel. This is beyond something that you've normally felt before. I'm just now having a look at this real quick. Okay, so that's then. Okay. As you have now taken this damage, your clothes are beginning to sort of wither as well as melt.
Okay. I will absorb again.
Go for it.
I mean, I wish I had that roll for something else, but okay. Give me a 33 now. Like a 3.
Yeah, fine. Give me a 33 right now when I didn't need it.
Yeah, give me that. 12. 12 out of 26. And I will use my last one to give me... I'll use my practice for my pure technique ability. For the healing.
Oh, okay.
So I need to get 20, baby!
I mean, I'll try to react against this.
I mean, you have to remember, though, he's inside a thing first.
Again, if he can use his ability, he can still make the cracks wider again beneath him. So he does stop you from this, because his modifier is both higher and it's a reaction against your passive skill.
Okay. God damn him!
As again, the earth begins to crack again, and then spewing more of this poison as it hits you again, gushing all over you, and again hurting you and dealing another 50 points of damage, which puts your damage up to 141.
God, I'm nearly dead already.
As he sort of looks up at you, still holding his hand against this cracked and bile-spewed ground, he's still in this weird containment field. He just looks at you and goes, "That's the thing, my abilities are both poison and something else. Whilst I'm touching this ground, I can make it continuously decay and rot, rust, and disintegrate. But the best part is, if I even do that just a little bit, just enough for the poison to escape, it can then begin rotting even anything that it touches. That's my ability. I can make you rot. It's one of my favorite abilities of all time. The power to experiment on the living." As he goes in again.
That's not quite experimentation, is it? That's just... Yeah.
That's torturous.
I mean, that's just using powers on someone. That's you could. I mean, yeah, there's no scientific method there.
He attempts again to try and do so again.
I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly off the ground now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to fly off the ground now.
Okay. So what happens here is as you begin flying, you sort of like go ha, and you actually notice that when you look down at him, there's just a hole underneath the spatial thing, and he is no longer there.
Okay.
As that was not an attack.
Well, either way, I'm out of his field of reach. If he's just going to keep doing that.
He eventually burrows out from where you placed him, sort of like peeking his head out just to have a look at where you are up in the sky. And he looks at you and he just goes, "Do you really think that you're safe up there?"
I mean, if he has 30-meter range. Oh boy!
Actually, do you need to have a look at his range because it might be hilarious if his range is really terrible.
Yeah, I mean, is his range 30 feet?
Okay,
30 meters.
His range isn't. His range isn't actually that bad. I'm just having a look.
Can he spit that far up? I wonder. Can he go against gravity?
He can. Yes. Thanks to a core improvement, he actually does have exactly 30. As he will attempt to try and fire off another shot at you. Now, again, since you had already reacted, that does not mean that you can react against it. As he fires off another poison shot at you, which deals...
This might kill me.
It's nowhere near as powerful as the other one that I fired off at you. It can't be, and there's a reason for it. 24 points of damage.
Okay. So what's my damage total now?
Out of 193, you are now up to 165.
Okay.
So you're getting there. You're getting there.
Okay. So. Okay. You know what? I'm going to absorb that. I'm going to absorb that. 31.
Okay.
Like, why do you get good rolls for everything I don't need them for? Like,
so just as a point out, your robes are basically practically destroyed in the terms of your top half. Your hood is the only thing that's still intact in the terms of your robes on your top half.
Does turning on absorption empowerment cost an action?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, I'm going to use my natural 20 of the day for my biology manipulation with the revival heal on myself.
Okay.
So it'll be 40-10 plus 48.
Isn't that also that's like indiscriminate as well?
No, I can choose.
Can you?
Oh, everyone in healing radius. Never mind.
Okay, yeah. I mean, not that it matters, considering this guy hasn't taken any damage other than the 3 points that you dealt him.
Oh, then yeah, screw it. $43.
Nice. Okay. So I'll just get. You've now healed him for 3 points. So that's an extra 30 points to your XP.
Yay!
Yay!
for all the points I don't need now, when I've got 5,340 of them now.
I mean, you might need it one day.
Yeah, doubtful, but I might.
But you might. One day there might come a time where it's like, you need to level up 40 people, and you're like, oh, I can level up 40 people.
Yeah.
I could do that now. I've got that power. Animate has given me this moment.
You sort of snap your fingers, you heal yourself and him, and he sort of just like looks down, looks back at you. It's like, really? Okay. He finally removes his other hand from the pocket to reveal a glass vial. He then begins pointing his right hand towards you, still with a glass vial in it. As he does so,
Okay.
poison begins sort of spewing around it, and he uses it to propel whatever is in the glass vial towards you with this attack.
Is this an attack now?
This is this is definitively an attack. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use my advance because I'm in an advanced slide. I'm going to use its ability to get advantage to get out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Yes, I do.
30.
I get out of the way.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
get
30.
out of the way as it as what happens is it fires up. It then hits against the. It pretty much hits against the top of the arena. It goes up and then it comes right back down, splats on the ground, and shatters as some weird sort of additional liquid spews out of it, and it begins sort of making the poison an even more sickly colour. That's a shame, as it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I absorb it? Can I absorb whatever's left on me?
Thankfully you don't have any more poison on you, but you can absorb the the leftovers of the tatters that is the rest of the top half of your cloak and robes.
Yeah, we'll do that. Again. Yeah, 31. Why do you keep getting great rolls for things I don't need?
Quick, say you're gonna do it and then do something.
Okay.
Is that
24.
maximum? Oh, okay, that's 20.
No, almost maximum. And then I will activate mode now.
Okay.
Plus 15. Yeah, it activates. Okay, there we go.
You're now bulked up. You now have additional super strength, super dexterity, and super constitution.
And physical resistance.
You also have physical resistance.
And wait, does decay, whatever elemental damage I took, does that count as elemental damage? What I took?
Do you have a resistance to whatever elemental damage that you absorbed?
Yeah.
Yeah, poison. Yeah, you now have a resistance to poison.
Sweet.
As it's
Okay.
now his turn again. He notices, by the way, that when you do this, you actually do bulk up. You get bigger. Your body now becomes muscular. As you sort of just go from you just sort of tear off the hood and grab the remaining tatters as they just basically sink into your hands, and then just a second later you go as you suddenly just bulk up, really bulky.
It looks like you SpongeBob when he became a god.
Oh yeah,
It's the same face but bulked up body.
For some reason, I suddenly had thoughts of your character basically being like a younger looking Master Roshi. just the mustache, just okay, it's time for my build up, power up, yeah! And then suddenly just get absolutely way too toned body. Nevertheless, you are bulky AF.
Okay. Oh, I'm ready. I'm pumped. Literally.
As the guy just has the plainest face on when he just looks up and he goes, okay. As
Is this an attack?
this is an attack. As he he grabs something from his pocket from his right hand, does it again, and then again tries to fire off another poison shot with this weird vial inside of it.
Can I attempt to transmute whatever, essentially the potion into a giant brick so it'll fall down and crash on him?
Yes, you can attempt to do that.
Using my greatest enemy against him, gravity.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Cool. So
Wait, can that be thingy?
Can that be thingy?
Oh, mineral.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll allow it. Considering that you got way above the roll requirement for it. But yeah, sure.
Yeah. So just a giant 6 meter, giant 6 meter by 6 meter mineral brick falls down.
As it goes to hit you, you sort of it just barely is about to touch you, as then suddenly it just becomes different matter whirling around as it suddenly goes into a big white square. That white square becomes just a giant glowing cube, and then eventually it all solidifies from this giant light cube into a genuine white quartz block that then begins falling right down until it just shatters into the ground, crushing what is left of the destroyed rock and gravel as it completely crushes this guy underneath it.
Is he still alive?
A few moments pass, and it is led to believe that your opponent can no longer continue, as you are then announced as Aldous is the winner! As the entire crowd cheer on at you, there are splats of poison and cracked rock and a giant block of mineral, as well as like a weird force field of distorted space all across this, I guess you could call it a superhuman's playground of weirdness that has happened in the last few minutes inside of this arena.
Can I undo the absorption empowerment one?
Yep.
Do I keep the stockpile, or do I go back down to 0?
As soon as you leave this area, you will go back down to 0 regardless.
I mean, I might stay for another fight.
Okay.
Or unless this is where we exit, and then I won't be here for the Sunday, so I won't. I will definitely leave.
I mean, we don't have to end here if you want to go on to another fight in this session.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will stay. I will exit the absorption apartment, and I will roll to heal myself.
Fair enough. Ooh. You only get one.
I mean,
you only get one.
Come on. Oh! I mean, I still get 1d10 plus 1d8, but that's so low. 10.
10. Okay. You're on 10. So you're 112.
Oh, this
as
might be
the individual is removed from the arena after they remove the gigantic block. As once they push it out, it basically disappears into nothing, as technically the poison didn't exist until the user cast it, and it technically therefore didn't exist prior to that anyway. So basically,
wouldn't it just be a glass vial?
Instead of well, no, because yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, it just turns into a glass vial then, as they sort of like finally like get it out, as they use a terrakinetic to lift it up and remove it, and it then just turns into a glass vial. Once sort of like doing that, they then repair the arena again, just with a quick like terrakinetic manipulation, and it is now ready for the next fight. Since you have stated that you're staying in,
yeah, that definitely seems like enough time to heal up more than once.
Nah, because again, I've already said that like it's not enough time to allow people to heal multiple times anyway. I could give you one more because I'll be generous.
Thank you. One more. Come on, dice. Whenever I don't need it this time. I don't need it this time.
I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I need it.
I mean, it's better. Better. Not by much, but it's better. So it's 1d10 plus 1d8 plus 9 plus 10. I mean, it's more health than I had.
Fair. Just having a look real quick. Okay. I believe I've made my decision on who is going next. Okay, so what happens is after all of this sort of like calms down, I'm just now having a look at something. Okay, after all this calms down, eventually you are shown the next individual that goes into the arena. Once this person sort of goes in, you notice that this individual is wearing sort of like a... How do I put it this way? They've got like short black hair, but there is part of it sort of like tied into a sort of knot at the back. They are wearing sort of like very casual clothing, like a hoodie, sort of jogging bottoms and stuff, but they actually, weirdly enough, have a katana on their side. Despite this, however, you also notice that they've got like a very weird sort of looking gauntlet on their right arm that looks like as if it's got like some very strange sort of dials and weird sort of impressions on them.
Okay.
As this individual walks up, the next battle is about to commence as this individual is claimed as the Grand Shockwave. As he walks in, sort of places his hand in the other and bows towards you very calmly. He then says, almost whispering, says, "I hope you can give me a good fight. I look forward to seeing what you can do."
I shall endeavour to do so. Bows as well, but remaining about, like hovering like just slightly above the ground.
Fair enough. As you are asked to begin.
Okay, what is 22 was 18 meters as a move speed? Wait, what's 18 plus 19 as move speed? 32?
I think, wait, 18 plus 19?
Yeah.
That definitely wouldn't be 32, that would actually be higher. It would be...
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's me being dumb.
4 plus... it would be 4 plus... So 15 plus 15 plus 4 plus 3. So at that point, 7... so 37, so... What is 37? Is that 9 or is that 8?
I can check, but I
that
think
10?
that's... I think it might be 10. I'll check the stats. Good old stat conversion.
Love them.
Yep.
Actually, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, never mind. I'll ask you later for the points.
Yeah,
keep forgetting.
we'll sort out
lose
points, don't worry.
No, I keep forgetting I'm actually in a tournament with points. It's like with XP now. It's just doesn't matter.
37 is plus 11.
Okay. There we go. Plus 11. 18. Great.
What's 28? Is that plus 9? Okay.
Yeah.
Is he disappeared? I think he's disappeared.
I'll go to the stat page.
I mean, I could also do that, I guess. I can never remember, and then I don't write it down, and then I forget to write it down.
Who's made it? 25 was it?
28.
28 is plus 7.
Okay. Didn't matter anyway. It is your turn.
Yes! I mean, this is probably the first time I've ever actually managed to start off a fight.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll the heal.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I'm going to move upwards about 20 feet out of the way.
Okay.
Going to move out of, like, katana range.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is he going to react to me healing myself?
Nope.
Sweet. Like this guy. He's my kind of guy. 27.
27. Knife. Knife? Nice.
Is this what he's going to do to me next? He's going to knife?
Nice one, Sam. Knife. Wait, did you just say knife? No.
Knife. 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 Knife.
Knife. Knife to meet you. Can I ask you a question? Okay. What's your other action then? Actually, no, that's healing. That's your turn, yeah.
No, I use both my actions. I flew up and I heal.
Okay.
Wait, movement is an action.
No, it's
not unless if it is above your own movement, but if you healed, you end your turn, unless if you have the particular ability that removes that issue. Okay. So, what happens is, once he looks at you and goes, "Oh man, I'm not going to be able to get you with my katana. You're just too far away, bro." He just looks at you, looking at him, looks at you. Alright. And he sort of like rolls his shoulders back for a bit. And then he sort of breathes out and breathes in, and then suddenly sort of screams, "What's up, party people?" As that happens, a massive shockwave of power is felt, all throughout this. You must react very quickly to this.
Okay. Let me say. Yeah, I'm going to use spatial.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to reflect it back at him. Yes!
Okay.
Because it is a force.
It is. It is. You are correct about that.
Yeah.
I just have to have a look at something real quick.
I actually realised I also deal spatial damage when I do that.
Well, only if you get like 5 above the opponent.
No, it doesn't. It just does. The ability reflects any damage back at the opponent who attacks the user with this ability, plus the spatial damage the user can deal.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like you have to get 5 above. Just real quick, just because I need to be 100% sure on this. Kane, quaking. That destroys spatial constructs, doesn't it? Because it just straight up destroys like physical objects and spatial constructs.
I don't know. It might do. I know. Obviously, it does spatial. Hang on. I'll find it real quick. I don't know if it says that on the thing or not.
But it's not a spatial construct, is it? Because you're reversing space. It's not a solid object.
Well, some effects, even if they have like special reflection abilities, can still be broken, depending on the aspect. I'm just having a look. Sound manipulation, quake generation.
It does say it tears matter apart, but it doesn't necessarily says it destroys space in its description.
Okay, fair enough. I shall roll damage then, and then you will add the damage as well, Sam.
That's ground. 2d8. It isn't much.
Oh no, but added to this is actually really good. Okay, so 14 plus 18, that's then
62.
62. Which just about breaks vitality as well, which is nice. Okay. Nice. So as it sort of ricochets back, hitting him, it does seem like as though like his entire body just vibrates for a second, and then suddenly blood gushes out of like parts of his body as he sort of staggers back for a bit, sort of like clutching his chest, sort of like breathing in heavily and breathing out heavily, just panting for a second. So that's what it's like to be put on against my own abilities. So that's what people feel. Oh. Interesting. He then looks back up at you with, this time, quite sinister eyes.
Okay.
As it's now your turn.
Well, I'm going to throw my 5 pieces of paper into the air so that they'll fall down around him.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or is that just a thing I can do? Do you want me to throw that? Do you want me to roll Dex?
I think it would be Dex, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yes, I have super Dex, don't I? Yeah. Just let's have super strength.
You haven't stated that you changed your super Dex, so you would only get super Dex if you like alter it, but you would have Basilisk super strength.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's just then 1.
Okay.
And by the way, this isn't an attack.
Okay.
Just so you know, this is not an attack. Well,
it doesn't really matter anyway, because as you sort of go to throw it, he goes, "What the hell's that?" And then just immediately you get hit by like, this sonic wave of like way too loud attack as it hits you. As that happens, you are dealt 34 points of damage, and your entire body is just rocked.
Okay.
As that ends your turn.
Is that end my turn?
Yes, because he reacted against you and he got way above your roll, so that ends your turn. This is now his.
Okay.
As he's just sort of up there, is like, bro, I think you need to calm down. Like, there's not too much else that I can do with your distance. Oh, but then again, he then pulls out his sword, and he then points it towards you. I guess I could do this, as he winds up his arm and goes in for some kind of a slash. Yeah, not too bad.
So which one do you have to beat?
Technically, since it's a usage style, you'd have to beat the 20.
The natural 20 or the 25?
Well, you know what? Pick your roll, Sam, and we'll see how it goes.
You know what? I'll pick the 25.
No,
and I will.
No, I mean, tell me what you're gonna roll for, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm going to attempt to fly out of the way using my advanced flight.
Ah, okay.
So I get advantage roll on this.
Okay.
27.
So you sort of try to dart out of the way. It's like, all right, screw this. As suddenly his arm is sort of like up, and he sort of just goes up. He puts the katana above his head, and then immediately you didn't even see him slash down. As suddenly the sword is pointing right down. And you're like, what the? And then as you realize, oh, I need to, and then immediately you're cut by an attack.
Well, I suspect this might kill me.
Let's see. This
I suspect this might kill me.
this could you don't know that, surely.
I mean, I don't think I have that much health left. I have like 30 health or something. Yeah, that's.
I mean, 34.
How much health do I have left?
I mean,
34?
you still have plenty.
Do I?
Yeah, because you're on 88 damage. So...
He healed above, remember, so...
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so you're up to 122 out of 193 as that hits you.
Okay.
Actually, no. Never mind. Continue.
Wait, was that physical?
No.
Okay. Alright. Never mind.
It is now your turn.
What kind of damage was that?
Technically, it's physical. Technically, it's spatial. Technically, it's sonic.
Okay.
It's Quake.
Am I immune to Sonic? Not Sonic, spatial. No, that's the other one that's immune to spatial.
That, and also, even if you're immune to this, you'll still take damage, because it is Quake, which is a crossbreed between 3 damage types. If you have a
That's what I mean. I was thinking if I could absorb that, I could get this. I could get the Sonic damage.
No, you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't absorb this.
No, because I don't have spatial immunity or whatever it is.
I mean, even so, you wouldn't be able to absorb this anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna roll to heal myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm in pain. 12 bollocks. Oh god, he still beats me. Oh no. I'm in pain.
He goes again for the other slash. He's like, oh no, you don't, and immediately does so again. This time, Kane, you actually see it. Like Anarche actually now sees this. The sword itself, it's like kind of like beautifully silver, and at first you thought that it was like glowing. It's actually not. It's actually like shaking at such a degree that it's creating its own frequency. And as he's creating a slash, it's making a beautiful like singing, humming noise in the air as he like glides it across the air when he swings it. As it does so, it then creates this crack around where he slashed it. That crack breaks open and creates a massive shockwave that hits against Aldous. The sword itself it's not necessarily it's not necessarily the sword that's doing this. It's a combination between something special that the sword is doing and something that his powers are doing.
Yeah.
On top of this, that's now dealt you 36, which puts you up to 158.
Yeah.
As it is now his turn. I mean...
I mean, this...
Yeah,
he could still kill me at any moment.
It just looks up at you and is like, I mean, you could get down here, bro, and we could just talk this out.
I suspect we were to talk it out, I might explode. With the
Fair
way you
point.
talk.
Fair point. Okay. I mean, yeah. Sure. As he goes in for another slashing attack again.
Okay.
Followed up by yet another frequency blast.
Okay. So which one do I have to beat?
Since it's a usage style and the way in which it's working, technically you always have to beat the highest one.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because it's such a high number, I'll attempt to get out of the way this time again.
Okay.
Natural 20, baby.
Nice, nice. You do indeed avoid. You can, since it's an evasive, you can use any of your abilities as long as it is for the sake of projectiles.
Oh, so I can shoot something at him?
Yeah.
Say, can I attempt to shoot acid at his blade?
You can. You'd have to.
I mean,
it's.
I'm
more
okay.
like-
I'm okay with just evading of this if that's the thing.
It's more like you can roll to counterattack. It's not necessarily something that you're allowed to then just alter
Okay.
someone's weapon. I mean, you can, but you'd have to roll for it, and then arguably there might be a roll involved with mine.
I don't mind. I'll just take the evasion.
You don't want to deal some damage. You have spatial. You
Yeah.
have...
Okay. Okay, I'll deal damage then. Fine. I'll
you
shoot
don't
lightning
have
at him.
to. I'm just saying.
I'll shoot lightning at him then. Okay. I'll
Fine.
shoot lightning.
Okay. Gosh, it's almost
Hey,
like it's some
I'll
kind of chore to win.
Okay. Okay. I'm fine. Fine, Joe. I'll do 2d6 damage because that's the highest damage I have.
I mean, I know for a fact it's not the highest damage you do anymore.
Yeah, I think the highest damage I do is 2d8s.
Technically, the highest damage that you can do is 26 d10s, but
Yeah, but I can't do that. 'cause
Yes, you
I'm
can.
not- No, I can't because I can't fly at him.
don't need to.
Don't I?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay, so it's now your turn.
okay. I'm gonna attempt to heal
Okay.
because this guy keeps fucking me over. Oh, good. I just have to beat a 2, I think. Is it a 2?
34.
Aye! I can do a usage style when I'm trying to heal. Bastard.
That's enough to also stop you as well. That's 5 plus.
I call file. And now I'm defeated.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's me done.
158. Yep.
Yeah, it's me done.
As it hits you one last time, you get blasted, and it knocks you completely out of the arena.
Are you able to reactively use usage styles?
Yeah. As long as you have, SPMA or a tradesperson, and the usage style is either reactive beforehand, or you have it before you get tradesperson, which this guy does.
I always knew this guy looked like a bastard.
As you are launched out and then fully regenerated, including some of your robes, as your robes fully come back. Your stockpile is emptied, and you are detransformed from flight, but you are still in your snake hybrid. As the ground shockwave is victorious, the question now lies as to whether or not he'll stay in and accept another challenger, or if he will leave. He sort of just looks around and goes, do I have to? I mean, unless if that guy's going to fight me, I think I'm done. He then takes his leave and begins walking out. As he leaves, it is then the question is then asked to who from the kings will take up the next fight.
Ain't me, Chief.
Anarche, do you go in?
No.
No.
I want to relax, man. I've had a stressful week. I don't want to be dealing with these chumps. What do the others do with that?
The others sort of just look over and just like, well, one of us is out, well, two of us are out, and for some reason, one of us is off getting hoagies.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to figure it out then.
There is no one else. There is only you, Anarche. Get in the arena.
No.
I mean, isn't this what Felix is for?
Yeah,
For us
exactly.
instantly winning every fight we're ever put into.
Phoenix,
I'm not here to, I want to relax. I'm here to chill.
He's not here to make friends.
you are called upon to attempt to either fight, or you are called upon to. You're pretty much called to either if you want to.
No, I want to hear my other option. What's
You
my
either
other
fight the original fighter who's still currently in the arena right now, or you basically have to fight the next guy, whoever they choose.
I don't get an escape out of this, do I?
No.
I'll fight him because he at least took some damage.
Fair enough. As you go to step in the arena, do you do anything beforehand?
Yeah. Bonus action because it doesn't take up one of my 2 actions.
Fair enough.
Gonna use my portal, pull out Swartle and my new sword.
Fair enough.
Anarche sword because it's clearly not this other guy's sword anymore.
You now take out Swartle and Asriel's blade that you have now dubbed Anarche sword.
It's Anarche sword. Yeah, that's its new name. I guess I'll willpower transform, even though I know that won't do much for me.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Okay. Anything else before you step in?
Have I got anything else?
Probably not, I guess.
I could robot transform, but... you know what, no, I'll leave it. I'll go in.
As we walk in, the guy sort of just like is about to step out of the arena, and he sort of looks back and is like, "Oh man, do I really have to?" Fine. As he then goes back in, sort of walking, sort of scratching his neck, and sort of just looking little sort of agitated. As he then just sort of like gets about 2 meters away from you, as you're now sort of just equal distance away from each other in the center of the ring. The two of you sort of look at each other for a second, locking eyes, and then suddenly she says, "Begin! Roll move speed."
Alright, I got this. It's +5. Ugh. Well, he gets to go first.
As he then draws his weapon again, and is like, "Okay, I've heard that you're pretty powerful. I'll start off with something like this," as he then goes to swing his sword towards you.
Cool. I'm gonna use Phantom Blade, which is my usage style.
Fair enough. Now, this is with strength, isn't it?
No, it's with swordsmanship.
Oh, okay, I was going to say...
I made it so if I would a dex weapon, I could do it as well.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's 21. Let's see what the power has got.
No.
As you sort of are about to sort of like clash against him, his speed, as he quick draws it, hits you a lot faster than you expected. The blade doesn't actually touch you, however, but it does deal 36 points of damage. As for some reason to you, not like unbeknownst to Anarche, but obvious to you, as he takes damage through his willpower defense.
Yep.
As he just looks over at you, is like, "Huh, my blade didn't even touch you. Interesting. Next, I'll have to be a bit closer." As it's now your turn.
Man, I didn't want to be doing this today.
You've left me no choice, boy.
I just wanted to relax, man. Here you are, wasting my day.
Sir, this is a Denny's.
Shut up! Out of, I don't know what you even call it. Boredom? Annoyance. Out of annoyance, I'm gonna activate my willpower technique.
Annoyance, gotcha. Cool, awesome.
Yeah. I don't want to be doing this, I'm getting fucking dragged into this bullshit.
Oh no, this thing called your tournament.
Never mind. I'm so annoyed I can't even activate the ability.
You know what? It's not even annoyed. It's like, I don't know if I'm bored or annoyed or irritated or angry or kind of impressed, but also just too lazy. I just walk out
the arena at this point.
What's your other action?
Fuck it. I'll go backhand. Same thing again.
Yeah, usage style attack.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if I really even need to roll the second one.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, no, I don't actually. No. Because at point blank, at that point, you are actually like trying to beat him from that. So because the way that this works is this is an amplification one. At a range, whatever's the highest wins for him.
Yeah.
But
at close range,
blank, it's the sword. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what counts in this particular scenario. So at this particular point, before he's even got his sword at you, it doesn't matter how potent his power is. His sword hasn't even done its swing by the time that you've hit him with this attack. So I'll delete. I'm going to delete the second roll because I just realised.
Ah, Joe, I'm using Swartle. So does that mean the energy damage is more? Or would you say it's just my energy damage?
So technically, the energy damage would be your energy damage plus Swartle's energy damage, and then you wouldn't add it again for the other sword, but you would obviously add whatever the other sword's modifiers
which is
or
plus
anything.
10.
Yeah.
6 is plus.
I just realised this actually could do a lot of damage.
Plus, well, I can tell you what I'm doing right now, which is 46 is plus 10 plus 11 plus 86 is plus 46 is plus 10 plus 46 is plus 8. Because I got dual wield.
I'm not gonna lie, you might actually just, depending on how high this roll is, you might actually just straight up win.
108.
I have to have a look at this. Yikes. That does something.
I mean, he took like what 63 damage, so you know he might survive this.
I just have to have a look at this one. Jeez. Okay. I now have to roll. And there's a super strength infused as well.
Yeah, so it's disadvantage.
It's not only disadvantaged, but it's also hilariously outmatched as well, because now I have to get with a +1.
I mean, hey, there's a chance.
I have to get I have to get a 15 or above, which actually isn't that bad.
Yeah,
okay.
So there you go.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Because spoiler alert, his vitality is 59. I don't think. Actually, that's exactly double. So no, that doesn't work because he needs a 20.
Oh, so he only got 19.
Yeah. So, well, technically, yeah. So technically, that means that he does take an injury from this, which I'm going to say is going to be a D6 of bleed. Actually, no, it's not based on the difference, is it? When you break vitality, it's based on what you needed to have.
I believe so, yeah.
So if it's 20, so at that point it's a D. I believe it's a D10.
Starts at a 4, right, or is it a 6? If it's a 6, it would be a 10.
I think it's 6. I'm going to say it's 6, so it's D10. So bleed of D10 for D10 minutes, so he takes 1 point. The next 3 damage, so that's just an additional 1 point of damage, as he now has a cut on him as he sort of like staggers back, sort of hacks up blood as he's just like covered in like this insane damage. His hoodie is just completely destroyed at this point, like torn completely open. Yeah. Well, bro. That's actually pretty good. As he sort of rolls up his right sleeve to reveal this tech-covered gauntlet, as he begins turning one of the dials, he then sort of like he then places his sword back into its sheath, and he then just begins to try and clap his hands.
Cool, I'm just going to cut him down.
Fair. Valid. Try and beat a 24.
29.
I mean, okay. Did you want to roll for your usage style?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you succeed.
Alright, so I'll just copy and paste this real quick.
Yes, please do. I have to be honest. I think this is.
I certainly fucking hope so.
Considering like it was dealt like yeah.
Because then I took more. Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to have a look at this. So he was on 180. And then you've dealt 115, so he's now on 295, and he's still got no. He immediately
regeneration as second bout.
He immediately just like passes down onto the ground after that. It's like, all right, bro. As he then like is about to clap his hands, before his hands even touch each other, immediately cut. I guess whilst that happens, I shall roll the 2d20s plus 1, because I want to see if this actually does it. Yep.
He got 3.
Because that his right arm is in front of him when he does this, because he's clapping in a very weird way, his arm is in front of him. When you do this, you cut his arm into 3s. His hand is... so from his wrist, one sword goes down. From his elbow, another sword goes down, and it still also catches him in the torso as he just like falls to pieces along with his gauntlet, and he just goes down to the ground, not to get back up again. As Anarche is announced the winner, and is asked if he wishes to stay in the arena or wishes to leave for the next fighters to take their match.
I mean, if this is all the competition's got, I'm not interested.
Fair enough.
Weaklings.
Anarche leaves the arena sheathing his 2 swords. These blades are much. They don't leave much to be desired. Their cutting force. There was almost no resistance when you were cutting through him using the Seraphim's weapon. But you will notice something as you sort of go to place it away. It sort of shines in a very strange manner. And you almost hear a very strange sort of noise coming from it as the blood sort of leaves the blade.
Cool. I'm going to put it in my pocket dimension before I leave. So technically doesn't go through the barrier. Okay.
As you do so, you then eventually leave. Do you put Swartle away as well, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you just sort of walk out and that's fine. As you do so, that shall be where we shall end this session. Thank you very much, everyone. This has been a replacement instead of the normal podcast on Wednesdays. I hope you enjoyed this sort of mini session. This will also be because that Sam, you are not joining us on Sunday, so I just thought that this would be a nice sort of way for you to get some stuff. You beat a guy, so you did better than.
You got a victory.
You did better than Gunhead.
I mean, I comedically killed a guy.
You comedically killed a guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why.
Killing a guy like a Looney Tunes cartoon?
The way in which that you first did it, I was thinking, okay, at some point he's going to transmute something and he's going to try and create like a block of mineral, and then I completely forgot about it, and then you said, I'm going to create a brick, and I went, okay, I didn't think that you were going to say mineral, and then you got the roll. I was like, yeah, can I do mineral? I was like, why did I not think that this was going to be a thing? Why did I forget that? But, so, thank you. And
then, bug under the windshield.
But But yes, this has been the Crucible of Avarice bonus episode, sort of I guess sort of like an addition to episode 52. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful night. Please check out Animite Tales website for more, and obviously here on the channel for more of our content. Take care, and obviously have a good one.
Do I say see in the future? Just bye bye.
I guess that no. I just guess
combine the two.
I guess I'll do mine. Ciao, ciao for now.
Live long and prosper.
Sure.
Yeah.